Brothers and sisters, how much would you pay for peace of mind? How many times do you hear people saying, I just want some peace in my life? My grandmother used to say, fa bene scordati, fa male e pensati, which literally means do good and forget it, do harm and reflect on it. What she was implying was that if one carries out a good act or responds well to a given situation, one can sleep at night knowing one has done the right thing. They have peace of mind. If instead one carries out an evil act or responds badly to the same situation, one will be troubled by one's actions and it will chew away on their consciences, keeping them awake at night and taking away their peace of mind. In my varied pastoral ministry, I speak to people from all different backgrounds and lifestyles, and none are immune from finding themselves from time to time in trouble. It is obvious from these discussions that I have with them that there is merit to my grandmother's saying, for where someone has done the wrong thing or responded badly to a situation, the person's mind is quite often overwhelmed as they relive the event over and over. Fa bene scordati. Brothers and sisters, in today's Gospel reading, Jesus gives us instructions on what we need to do in order to have that peace of mind, to have that good night's sleep, to ultimately find true happiness. But the happiness that Jesus is talking about in the Gospel is not the happy clappiness of the world, such as that of a child happy to get the latest iPad, or of a young woman happy to get a beautiful and expensive engagement ring, or of a factory worker happy to get a pay rise. In other translations of the Bible, the translators use the word blessed instead of happy, which I think for us in English-speaking countries probably better communicates what Jesus is trying to teach us. For example, the third beatitude is happy those who mourn. How can someone who is mourning, who is clearly sad, be happy? If we replace happy with blessed, then it deepens the meaning of the saying. Jesus says, blessed are those who mourn, they shall be comforted. For Christians, it is a consolation, but not necessarily something that makes you feel happy-clappy, knowing that God is comforting you in your sorrow. So blessedness, or a sort of heavenly happiness, let's say, comes from the fact that through your trust and hope in God, even in the most difficult times, you know you are supported, nurtured, and loved. The Catechism of the Catholic Church tells us that the Beatitudes shed light on the actions and attitudes characteristic of the Christian life. They are the paradoxical promises that sustain hope in the midst of tribulations. They proclaim the blessings and rewards already secured, however dimly, for Christ's disciples. In summary then, the Beatitudes that Jesus gives us today in the Gospel are the steps to a true, eternal, heavenly happiness. Brothers and sisters, if we want to be truly happy, if we want peace of mind, we should strive to be poor in spirit, not wanting to be out the front, popular, wealthy. We should strive to be gentle, for whenever we are heavy-handed, we end up hurting others. We should mourn for the state of the world and the sinfulness of the vast numbers of God's children, rather than being indifferent to the loss of souls. We should hunger and thirst for what is right, even if it means being unpopular with those who have the power to give us worldly rewards. We should be merciful, for forgiveness gives us true and lasting peace of mind. We should seek to be pure in heart, even though it means going against the world and all the pleasures it offers us. We should strive to be peacemakers no matter what it may cost us personally. Having done all of this, we may then be ready to stand up in the streets for our faith, accepting all the consequences, including the possibility of death. Fa bene scordati. Brothers and sisters, the Beatitudes are all about finding ultimate happiness, which comes from union with God and the true fulfillment of all our human desires. It's not so much about feeling happy, but finding true happiness and peace that comes with doing what we were made for the good. So let us resolve today to live the Beatitudes, and then by living a prayerful and virtuous life, by following Christ and his commandments, by acts of charity, mercy and justice, we can come to that true peace and happiness that only God can give.